Hello, homesteaders, gardeners, and cooks. My name is Jennifer. Welcome to Miles Away Farm. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen. Today we are making a really quick Thai shrimp stir fry. This is a super easy weeknight dinner. If you love Thai food and you are sticker shocked by how much everything has gone up in price, you can easily make this at home and have it be absolutely delicious for a whole lot less money and using some of your homegrown garden produce. What inspired this for me, this is originally a recipe loosely based on something that Brian Lagerstrom from YouTube did. And I saw his recipe, it sounded really good, and then I thought I can substitute the vegetables that he used with some of the things that I need to use up in my freezer. And so one of those is asparagus. This is asparagus that I froze last May. It is currently April of 2023. This was frozen in May of 2022. And it kind of got lost. You know how that is. You're busy using things up and you forget that you've got something. And so I've been trying to come up with recipes that use asparagus in stir-fry form. Our favorite way of eating asparagus is on the grill, but once it's been frozen, asparagus is never going to have that texture. It's always going to be a little bit softer than it would be if it was fresh. And so I like to figure out how to incorporate it into things that I don't mind that little bit of softer texture, and stir-fries is a great option for that. And then I am using a red curry paste. So this is a Thai red curry paste. You can buy Thai red curry paste in pretty much any grocery store in the ethnic aisle. This particular brand, this is May Paloi, has a very good rating. So there's a YouTuber that I watch who is actually Thai and grew up eating Thai food, and she did a great video where she compared a whole bunch of different varieties of red curry paste from the store, and this was definitely by far her favorite. It doesn't come in smaller containers, and so you can buy little containers that you'll use up in 1 or 2 servings. This one, it takes a while to use up, but it is absolutely delicious and worth getting a bigger container. It also seems to last in the fridge pretty much forever. I've had this, in fact, it expires 6/19/2019. So this is 4 years old, and it's been in my fridge, and I used it last night and it was perfectly fine. So it basically never goes bad. So I just keep this stashed in the back of my fridge and use it. The other thing that's really common in Thai stir-fry dishes is coconut milk. And this is the brand of coconut milk. When Cooks Illustrated, America's Test Kitchen, did a bunch of testing, this was their favorite brand. And I have basically come to that same conclusion. I've used a bunch of different types of coconut milk over the years, and a lot of times the fat of the coconut milk is all stuck at the top, and there's a lot of watery stuff underneath, and then you try to stir it back together and it doesn't incorporate it well. This does not do that. This is like liquid all the way through. You can shake the can, open it up, dump it into your dish. There's no chunks of anything. Flavor is amazing. For whatever reason, it's getting harder to find this. I used to be able to get this at my local grocery store all the time. And then during COVID, it kind of disappeared. And now I just saw one the other day and bought it for the first time in a long time. So I've been suffering through a lot of other coconut milks because I haven't been able to find this brand. But if you can find this, it's well worth buying. Really great flavor and excellent quality. It's, this is actually imported from Thailand, which is probably, with all the supply chain issues, why it's been hard to find, but very, very tasty. And really that's it. You can incorporate any kind of protein into this. You can, including tofu if you wanted to do that. You can incorporate whatever vegetables you happen to have on hand. Very simple, serve over rice or add extra liquid and serve it as a soup. Delicious, simple, takes less than a half an hour to put together. Let's get going. So first thing, of course, got to get some rice going. This is my ancient rice cooker that I refuse to get rid of. I'm using coconut oil as my oil of choice here. You can use anything you like. Kind of fits the theme with the coconut milk that's coming later. And then this is 2 pounds of shrimp. They were already peeled. I pulled off the tail shells and made a little bit of a broth with them. The trick to shrimp is to not overcook them, and so you really want to just barely get these guys pink. I'm adding just a pinch of salt here. And they don't have to be completely cooked because they're going to go back into the sauce and finish cooking later. So err on the side of not quite done rather than overdone. Shrimp get very rubbery if you overcook them. Setting that aside. And then I reserved the juice that came with this, and I'm cooking it back down
because there's a bunch of coconut oil in there, I didn't want to add more oil. And so I just heated this until the juice from that shrimp had mostly evaporated off. I'm going to throw in my onions first because they take the longest to cook and because I wanted to get a little bit of flavor and color on them. And this is a red onion just because that's what I happen to have a lot of still left over from my garden. You can use any onion you like here. And you can see we're starting to get a little bit of color. So in go the frozen bell peppers and the frozen asparagus. I love this shot here with all the steam being released. And once those have softened up and we've gotten the pan back up to a reasonable temperature, I'm adding in a chunk of roasted garlic and then a little bit of frozen ginger and some sambal chili paste. Chili paste is optional. We like a little zing, so we threw that in there. And the garlic bombs I make and freeze for this time of year when I don't have fresh garlic. We're adding in our Thai red chili paste, and you could use any chili paste you liked here. It wouldn't have to be the red chili paste. You could use yellow or green. I am loosening this up just a little bit with some of that stock that I made from those shrimp shells, just because it wasn't going to loosen very quickly. And I'm trying to cook this off just a little bit just to bloom the flavors. And then I'm adding in the rest of my stock from the shrimp shells. It's probably less than a cup of liquid here. It smells amazing at this point. And then I'm adding in some chicken stock. I really probably didn't need this extra liquid, but I had this chicken stock in my fridge that I had drained off of some canned chicken that I had made and made chicken salad out of. And so I wanted to use it up. It had been in my fridge for a couple of days. You can see it's really nice quality stock. So that's all melted and cooked down and our pan's coming back to heat again. And now we're going to add in our beautiful coconut milk. And you can see this pan is pretty liquidy. I really probably should have not put the chicken stock in, but I wanted to use it up. So we have a bit of a soup rather than a stir fry at this point, but still delicious. So we put our shrimp back in. I'm very gingerly moving them around so that I don't make a huge mess on my stove. Any cooking that wasn't quite done is going to finish up now. Tasting it for seasoning, and I immediately tasted that it needed something, and then I was all right. Yeah, it's supposed to have fish sauce in it. So a couple tablespoons of fish sauce. This won't make it taste particularly fishy, although it's shrimp already. And then a couple tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, and you could totally use lime juice in place of that rice wine vinegar, just to give it a little bit of acid and a little bit of extra salt and a little bit of funk. Definitely brings all those flavors together. Don't be afraid of the fish sauce. I was afraid of fish sauce for a long time, and it's a wonderful condiment. And then there you have it. It's all cooked and beautiful and done. So we're gonna just dish this up. Some of our beautiful jasmine rice. And then our beautiful Thai shrimp with homegrown asparagus and homegrown bell peppers and homegrown garlic. So yum. And honestly, this whole thing took less than a half an hour. Oh, and then I've been playing around with sprouting. So this is a mix of different sprouts that are going on top in lieu of cilantro. Cilantro would be traditional, but we thought we'd use some of these sprouts up. So there you have it. Thai shrimp stir fry. Beautiful. Give it a try. Thanks for watching, Tribe. If you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe. I have new content coming out every week.